Yes, indeed. Let me see something. Uh-oh. Y'all, I've been working from home, so I got like a whole office set up on top of like the show on top of, so it's a lot going on this little table. It's time to get a desk. So if y'all want to donate to my desk fund, because I'm gonna have to get a desk, okay? This table is not gonna work no longer. I'd have been working from home off of this little Lord. Y'all pray for me. Pray for me, y'all. Pray for me. But this work from home on this little table is not gonna work. It's time to get a desk. It's time to get a desk. I can't get y'all melons today because I done covered them up. But I'll get y'all a little. Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up, my philo? What's up, Infamous J, Trail Johnson? Hey, brother. What's up, Snicker Girl Alley? What's up, Body Like Victoria? Ebony P. Yes, hey, Cal. Baby, I got a show for y'all today. It's just a little bit too much going on. They releasing Aaliyah music. Like, this show is for the artists tonight. This show is definitely for the artists tonight. So we don't talk. I have my little cocktail. Yes. I know it's D-Lo crazy. Oh, thank you, Zaya. All the way from the Middle East. Oh my gosh, what time is it there? Oh my God, it's probably morning. I don't know. Yes, indeed. You already know what it is. It's Throwback Thursday, Thirsty Thursday, Turn Up Thursday, the Library Podcast Thursday with me, the one, the only, Ike with the mic, aka the Potty Mouth Princess. And child, let me tell you, we have a show on this evening, okay? First and foremost, how y'all doing? I hope y'all got y'all cocktails. I should have probably refilled, but it's okay. I just need one. It's still Thursday. I still got to wake up and at least look good from like here up, because I'm working from home. So like from here up, I have to look good. So, I still got to show up to the Zoom call. Okay, honey. So, anywho, let's just jump right on into some of these topics. I'm trying to figure out where I really want to start, because a lot of this stuff ties in. Let's start here. So, Sha'Carri Richardson, which we know, that's our good girlfriend. What's up, Access Polite? That's our good girlfriend who was set to go to the Olympics. But she did test positive for marijuana, which is weed. Like, it's nevertheless, that's neither here nor there. That's them people rules. So that's their rules over there in Tokyo. But my good sis has sat out from the Olympic Games and she is ready. She took to TikTok to post a video of her getting her hair done, because Black women is magic. When she's like, come on, new wig, who this? Okay. Had her nails done, had a little blue in the back. And on the TikTok video, there was a Nicki Minaj soundbite that basically said, I took a little time off, but it's game time. Okay, so my good girlfriend is set to race the Jamaican Olympic medalist at Prefontaine Classic this weekend, okay, August 21st, which is Saturday. So I will be tuned in so I can see what's going on with my good sis and how she is making the waves that she should have made at the Olympics. But it's okay. We're not gonna judge her. We're not gonna take anything away from who she is. We're just gonna move forward and allow her to be the great queen that she is. Moving on into some more topics. So I don't know if y'all watch NPR Tiny Desk, but I am a big fan of live music. I love live music. Speaking of live music, I went to a concert this weekend. Green Day, Weezer, for those that know, Green Day, Weezer, and oh shoot, Fall Out Boy. I was so excited. Hey, Lou Jack 95. Hey, boo. So I was pretty excited because the folks that knew me back in my heydays know that I am very eclectic. I like live music. I also like some rock music. That's what I like here or there, every now and again. But anywho, getting back, so I really enjoy NPR. Reason why is because the Tiny Desk series allows you to really get close to the artist, and lately they've been doing it from their house. They've been doing it from their studios. They've been doing it from just different places, just because it's COVID. We in the middle of a Pantalones, like in the middle of a Panda Express. So like people can't show up. Like they cannot show up and show out the way they used to. So just recently, NPR has placed the Isley Brothers on the Tiny Desk series. And let me tell you something. I had to learn about good music from the elders, okay? I had to learn about good music because people that grew up like me, mama woke up on Saturday, grandmama and them woke up on Saturday, started cleaning, put on that good music. They put on them Isley Brothers. They put on Isaac Hayes. They put it like, y'all don't know, okay? They put on Can't Get Enough of Your Love, Baby. Yeah, that's what they put on, okay? They put on a little bit of Practice What You Preach, okay? I know y'all kids don't know about this music, but I'm just trying to school you. I'm trying to learn you something new. So that's how I had to learn about good music. A little Marvin Gaye, a little What's Going On, okay? That's how I had to learn about good music. These kids today have the privilege and honor to be able to log right into their phones and see these greats. Like even something like the Verses with Earth, Wind, and Fire versus the Isley Brothers. That's something that I would have not been able to see in my growing up, just because internet, like we had internet, but only like the schools and stuff had internet, like when I was young. As I got older, of course, it expanded and stuff. But you wasn't able to just log in and see this music and get this music like that. No, it wasn't like that. So these kids have the privilege and the honor to be able to do that. So I thought that was really amazing. Speaking on the lines of music, since I am talking about music, Aaliyah, and I know there's a few artists. D-Lo, I know for sure. D-Lo say he got new music coming soon. Okay, he's also an artist, but I want to hear from some of my artists because I know a lot of artists have certain opinions about like music being released after they did, and other artists feel like that's just how their legacy carry on. So I really would like to hear about artists. Reason I say that is because Aaliyah's music is finally being released on streaming platforms. So I heard this and I was super excited. Let's be clear. I bought CDs when CDs was out. Like, so I wasn't never like this. This didn't never affect me. But some people, that's all they got their music from. But I still got an iPod. Okay, I got an iPod with all the music that I know. It's an iPod Nano, okay? And I circle around there. It's not touchscreen, and it's an old school iPod, okay, honey? And so I still keep all of my good music on there. I've never gotten rid of my music. So I don't know what everybody else did, but I kept mine. So this didn't affect me as much as it affected many other people, but she is getting her music placed on streaming platforms. Now, here's what my issue is her music has been owned by Blackground Records, which was founded by producer Barry Hankerson, which is also Aaliyah's uncle, who is also the gentleman that introduced her to somebody who she allegedly married at 14 and was pregnant by. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. So Aaliyah's uncle said they will be re-releasing 17 albums from its catalog over the next 2 months. Now, why can't you just release the music out at once? Why does it have to be a stretch or time span? Like, this is new music that we're waiting on. Like, this is songs that we still bump. Like, just release the stuff. But anywho, Barry said he will be re-releasing 17 albums from his catalog over the next 2 months on streaming services as well as on CD and vinyl. Now, this is where it tricked me. It said they will include the bulk of Aaliyah's output, her studio albums, One in a Million, and Aaliyah, along with the Romeo Must Die soundtrack, and 2 post-expiration collections. Okay, now we're going to get into that. Plus, albums by Timbaland, Tony Braxton, JoJo, and Tank. Now, let me tell you something. I don't know if any of y'all remember JoJo, but JoJo was, it is just a little too late, a little too long, and I can't wait. I love JoJo. One moment, JoJo was out, she was singing. The next moment, we didn't hear from JoJo. JoJo is recently done a collaboration with PJ Morton, and on an interview kind of shared some of like the contract that she signed when she was a wee tot, and how they owned not just the music, but she realized in some way that because of the contract she signed that they owned her voice. So anything that she talked on, sung on, did, they owned that. But I never knew it was Skanky Barry, okay? Like Harry Berry. Why you holding on to all these people's music like this? Why you doing this to these artists? Like at some point in time, you've made all you're gonna make. Like at some point in time, you've made all the money you could possibly make. Like, how much more money are you trying to make? Like, I'm confused. Nevertheless, let's get into the 2 soundtracks or 2 collections. They're calling them collections that they will be releasing right after these albums are released, that are unreleased music that she's performed, that she's done in the studio, that she's and on one of these collections that is set to be released probably around Christmas, it is to feature music and features from artists like Chris Brown, Drake, and Future. Now, I don't know if many people knew who Aaliyah was or like really vibed to Aaliyah's music during Aaliyah's time, but I was very confused on artists like Chris Brown, Drake, and Future. Like now, Chris Brown and Drake, we know they have an obsession about Aaliyah. Like they have that, and that's cool. And I honestly could take Chris Brown and Drake, kinda, I guess. And then Future, which didn't really make sense. But you know what was even more like confusing to me? Like if Aaliyah was still alive, I can picture, just because of the way Aaliyah was, Aaliyah collaborating with artists like a Janae, or maybe like a SZA, or collaborating with artists. I can even see her doing something with a Cardi B, or even like a Giveon, or but what? Like, or even if you want to stick with, or her, there you go, my philo. It just don't make sense. Like, these artists are great in their own right. That's not taking nothing away from them, but it's just like, in knowing that artist's vibe and what I would just imagine she would be or have grown into in present day. Of course, she'd probably be way bigger than them, or even like a Nicki Minaj, because Aaliyah would probably be, honestly, up there with Beyonce. So like, I could see her crossing with like a Nicki Minaj, because Nicki Minaj, again, is someone atop her career. Or like, but a Future, a Chris Brown, and a Drake, and as much as I love each of those artists separately, I don't see it. Like, I don't see it. They don't make sense. They don't make sense. But And speaking about that, last week I talked about Whitney Houston, who is set to have a hologram show in Vegas and music to follow. And we know she, God rest her soul, she's expired. But obviously, whoever owns her records will still be making their coins. So Anderson .Paak, who is one half of Silk Sonic, and I don't even know why they're a group. Like, why don't y'all just say y'all two niggas that want to make some music together? Like, just do a double up album. Like, R. Kelly and goddamn Jay-Z did it. Goddamn Omarion and Bow Wow did a face off out. Like, just say y'all two niggas that really enjoy each other's vibes and want to just continue to make music together. But to call yourselves a group, I'm just not here for it, because now y'all are taking awards from people that are really groups, like Chloe and Halle. Like, nevertheless, I don't want to get off on my soapbox. But anywho, Anderson .Paak, he just recently placed a tattoo on himself that says, and I quote, "When I'm gone, please don't release any posthumous albums or songs with my name attached. Those were just demos and never intended to be heard by the public." Period. And so it was interesting that he did that, and especially with albums, like posthumous albums, like Aaliyah's coming out. There are in the talks about a DMX album, a Juice World album. We just had a Pop Smoke project to come out. So, like, I don't really know if I want music from an artist after they passed, unless it's just like the remastered version of the stuff they done already put out. Because as an artist, I could understand you wanting to perfect whatever it is the public hears and not want to put out anything prematurely. And so to me, a lot of that just seems like, are we just gonna make whatever we can make? And I never made as much as I wanted to make when they was alive. So now that they dead, I'ma still make my coin. I just don't like it. It's something about it that makes my butt itch. Like, it gives me bad vibes. It gives me bad vibes. But I love the Anderson .Paak to tattoo. So it's very clear. There will be nothing confusing. There will be nothing that you need to encrypt, nothing that you need to figure out or understand. It will be right here on his arm, very clear in English. Okay. Where do I want to move to next? Ooh, Biden is canceling $5.8 billion in student loan debt for 300,000 people with severe disabilities. Thank you, Biden. We gonna knock on my door. That's all. I just got a couple of $1,000 that Biden, big man Biden. I just need a little bit of cancellation, just a little bit, like just a few coins. Just a few, cause I don't know if the people gonna get their money. I don't know. I don't know. Sally Mae, they be calling. Great Lakes, they be calling. Baby, you'll get it when I get it. Like, you'll get it when I get it. I don't know what to tell you. I signed for this thing when I was very immature. I'm a grown woman now. That is an immature debt. I left all childish things in my past. I am now in my present, and I can't look back. I go to church. The Lord has been working on me, and I'm in therapy. And my therapist always said, you know, just look back to see how far you came, but never reach back and grab what brung you down. And student loans brung me down. Like, they were toxic. They were very toxic. The relationship was poor. I felt like it was not a give and take. I felt like we were not going 50-50. I felt very much so that they just wanted so much for me. Like, you wanted me to keep a certain grade point average so that you could lend me this money. And like, I thought that was it. Like, you want me to give it back? It was a gift. Y'all are Indian givers. And I don't like that. I don't like that. So, I don't know. I don't know what it's giving, but I just know I'm not in the giving spirit. That's it. That's all I know. So, God bless them. No ma'am, no ham, no tart, no Great Lakes. No, I ain't got. Huh? I ain't got it. What you say? Huh? I ain't got it. I ain't got it. Every time they call me, girl, I got rent due. Goddamn condo. I got insurance. I got life insurance because you don't want me to die, do you? Exactly. I got so. Don't call me. I have my people call your people. Don't have your people call my people. I have my people. We will call you, honey, because I ain't got it. Anywho, moving on. Speaking of coins, the girls got to get the job. I'm hiring in my job. I know some of the girls have been making a lot of money during the COVID, and y'all gonna have to make it all the way up to October 1st. After October 1st, you will have to go say, can I take your order, please? Or you're going to have to go back with a mask on to the Magic City or the Blue Flame. Because, honey, OnlyFans is set to block sexually explicit content starting October 1st. So, everywhere I turn, there's a now hiring sign. So, hi, welcome to Marshall's. Like, I don't know what to say. Hi, welcome to Ross. We have deals for you. I don't know, but the girls need to start practicing their pitch. I will be running a resume course, okay? I will be running a interview course on how to interview and properly look at an interview. But that's all I gotta say. The girls are gonna have to get to working because the booty can no longer sell. The booty can no longer sell on the OnlyFans page. Yes, DD's discounts. Okay, welcome to DD's discounts where we have deals for you. Okay, that's it. That's it. The Chinese restaurant they is hiring. Okay. 2-1 Fumo, Mo Poo Poom for you. Like, I don't know. But the girls got to get a job. They got to get a job. Okay. Anyhow, moving into some more topics for the evening. So Lizzo opens up on Good Morning America about the criticism she's faced about many of the things that she does. And really it's more so about her being a plus size woman. And so here's what I have to say about that. A lot of the criticism that Lizzo faces, and it's solely about her size because some of the other girls do the same things. And those girls are bad bitches, or those girls are seen as, oh, she fly, or she did, but it's really about her size. And so first and foremost, Lizzo, go to Africa. They appreciate you over there, girl. That's the first thing. Second thing is, I've seen a lot of males commenting about Lizzo. And so all I have to ask, I've seen a lot of men commenting. All I have to ask is, so what about that beer belly that you be wearing out in the club? Like, you done put tattoos on that damn belly and think that you Rick Ross now. What's the tea? Some of these Negroes wear their pants well below their back and we see their backside. Like, nigga, are you a crack dealer or what? Like, what is it giving? Like, you talk about this young lady and her size, and because she's that size, she should not do some of the things that she does. Well, sir, you should not do some of the things that you do. Like, one thing, Are you using Colgate or are you using AIM? Is it a soft toothbrush that you're using, or are you just waking up and rolling with the punches? Like, I'm just not understanding how there are so many people that can discuss this woman's size and the things that she does when Ray Ray is shaped like a Frigidaire and be at the club in skinny jeans and a 1X shirt when that nigga know he need a 4. So I'm just confused. I'm confused. Offset, which it looked like Offset wasn't even trying to like talk about this. Offset was just getting in the car, minding his business. He had just left the smoke session. He just looked like, I'm just here. But I appreciated his response. They had asked him, how does he feel about Lizzo getting backlash and her responses? And Offset said something that was real, just like beautiful, especially coming from him and the way we've seen him in the past react to things. He was just like, I let those beautiful Black women do what they love. Like, she's beautiful, she's making music, she's popping, but that's her life. Like, and so I loved Offset's response. Now, keep in mind too, Offset also was very optimistic in a lot of things, because when WAP came out, when a lot of people had comments about WAP, Offset definitely did take to the social media to discuss, like, hey, this is my wife talking about what she want to talk about and making money for it. Furthermore, we also know, okay, and this is just tea. Now, y'all ain't hear this from me, but you heard it. We also know that Offset is one of Cardi's ghostwriters. So, he ain't going to talk no bad, one, about his wife, two, about the lyrics that he probably wrote. So, let's just be real. Let's just be real. Anyhow, what else are we moving on into? So, Tia Mowry took to TikTok to give us something that we did not ask for. Okay, she did a little TikTok dance, and she cleared up a few rumors. She said that there is no Sister reboot that is happening. Twitches is no reboot of that, and that she will not be returning to the game reboot. Who called my good sis to get on the TikTok and be the bearer of bad news? That's all I'm asking. Like, sis, you could have just held this information and allowed us to believe what we wanted to believe, and feel what we wanted to feel, and have excitement that we could possibly be getting reboots. And you did this. You did this. But what my good sis did also do is, after giving us all that bad news, okay, telling us there's no Sister reboot, telling us she will not be. And granted, I was not a big fan of the game, but I did like how the game tied into Girlfriends, and so I watched like the first season of the game. I think I did the second season, and then I kind of fell off. Okay, so, or maybe I did second and third, because whenever Darwin had that baby, by that other girl, that's kind of when I fell off, because I did not like where it was going. I did not like the vibes. It made me itch. So I could no longer watch that hurt and that pain. So yeah, she took to social media later after that and posted a picture of her and Grandpa Gene. Now, for those of you that don't know who Grandpa Gene is, then truly you were not a Disney kid, honey. Okay, so Grandpa Gene was on 17 Again, also known as Mark Taylor, and they looked real chummy. What I hope to be a 17 Again set, because at least give us that, sis. At least, like, you done already broke our hearts about not doing the rest. At least give us that. That's at bare minimum. I think that's a bare minimum of what you could do. Okay. Furthermore, what the hell is in the water? What is in the water, honey? Because both Grandpa Gene, okay, and Tia is sitting up there looking like 17 again. Like, how did y'all age? How did y'all age backwards like this? Are y'all Benjamin Button? Is it something in Hollywood that I'm not understanding? Is it like, what is it? Do I need to go vegan? Like, because at this point, I can give up meat. At this point, if it's going to be given that, I can be Tabitha Brown. I've been watching her for a while now. I know how to make cauliflower tacos. I'll just season them up real good. Like, I don't know what it's given. But whatever it's given, I need the recipe. I need the recipe. You know, and I know black don't crack. But damn. Like, y'all ain't even making a wrinkle. Okay? So I need to figure it out. Real quick. Anywho, moving on into some more good gossip. I have a little time. God is good. So Soulja Boy gets called out by Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter was recently on an interview and was talking about people that he would box, fight, whatever the case may be, but it was something along those lines. And one of those people he called out was, of course, Soulja Boy. Now, I have to believe that Aaron Carter did this solely to get Soulja Boy riled up because, like, that man crazy. Why would you do that? Leave that man alone. Let that man be who he gonna be. And we all know at this point, Soulja Boy is gonna give what it's gonna give. Like, he is going to always be Big Soldier, Draco. She make it clap, clap, clap. Like, he's going to always be like if you start some fire, he gonna pour gasoline on it. You know, so I don't know if Aaron Carter really did this to kind of get some publicity or if he really was wanting to do a celebrity boxing match. But Aaron Carter even went on to say in the interview, basically that a lot of these guys don't got the record that he got as far as musically. And a lot of these guys look down on him and don't want to include him and stuff because of who he is and what. And you know what I had to do? I had to sit back and really think about it. Like, and y'all hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Aaron Carter. Okay. Now this is for the people that really know his music and can really think back to that time of where Aaron Carter was and like that time era. And like, I'm gonna be honest, Aaron Carter was my era. For those that can really think back to what Aaron Carter was doing during that time, Aaron Carter did not tell no lie. Aaron Carter has a record. And what I think is weird is because Aaron Carter was in a weird time where, like, also you had like Bow Wow and you had Lil Romeo, but then you had Soulja Boy doing his thing, but you also had B2K. But Aaron Carter was like, he was not during the Backstreet era or the NSYNC era. Maybe a little bit of the end of NSYNC era, but Aaron Carter was really kind of by himself. So like, I really think that Aaron Carter could definitely hold his own on a stage with like the Millennium Tour. Hear me out now. If it happened, I want my 10%, period. I want it. But what other artists, like back in the day, they had New Kids on the Block. So New Kids on the Block was able to tour with like Backstreet Boys because Backstreet Boys had like an almost 2-decade era. NSYNC was cool, but then Justin Timberlake broke off, and so it was Justin Timberlake thing. But Aaron Carter was like a rapper. He was a rapper, like, but he was a pop rapper. And I really think that I know I would pay money to see Aaron Carter at like not by himself, but definitely like a Millennium Tour. If they put Aaron Carter on the Millennium Tour, it's gold. It's gold because Aaron Carter was a part of that era and he was like a rapper. I don't know. I'm just dreaming up stuff. I'm just talking about what I'm talking about. I don't know. But I'm a show put it on in the air because Aaron Carter don't have nobody he could be on the bill with. Because like Justin Bieber was a little bit younger. He wasn't really that era. Justin Timberlake was that era, but he also was like not Aaron Carter type music because like folks in the hood listen to a little Aaron Carter. You know, it was pop and candy, you know. But Aaron Carter was that he was busting. He was busting. So I want my 10%. That's all I'm gonna say. Is I want my 10%. Moving on to some more mess. So, what mess I want to talk about? Now, let me talk about this mess. So, Fallon Pina shows off her baby bump. Now, I know a lot of y'all are like, who is Fallon? Okay, who's Fallon? So, if you remember, a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month ago, I spoke about my good girlfriend, Portia Williams, from Real Housewives of Atlanta, because she was in so much news and so much mud and mess for dating Simon Gaba something. I don't know. I'm not going to mess up that black man's last name, honey. Okay. But she was in the news for dating Simon, and then eventually talked about they're going to get married. And so a lot of people were dragging Portia's name through the mud. Simon later came to clear his girlfriend and now his fiance's name to say, like, no, that marriage was done. Like, I was leaving that marriage because she was cheating on me with who was a family friend that they allowed to come live with them from their country. So many of us was still like on the, like, okay, we hear what you're talking about, Simon, but I don't know. Not me though, because I'm a stand for Portia. That's just me. But many other folks was kind of like, what's this giving? Like, oh, this giving real messy. Because it looked real messy. But Simon said she was cheating. We later seen Fallon had the guy and they were still living together and things. And so Simon said, like, the proof is in the pudding. She's been dating him and she's pregnant by him. And so many of us is like, this girl is not no pregnant, Simon. She ain't no pregnant. She might have got her a little peen from him, but she not no pregnant. Well, let me tell you something. I'm going to shut my mouth, slap me, and call me stupid because my good sis took to her little YouTube channel because she has a little YouTube show. She does things on the tube to show off her baby bump by Jalen Banks, which is the same young man who they moved from their country over, who was a family friend. Now, let me tell you something on why it's giving messy. Like, and I get it that Portia's situation may be messy, but Fallon ain't too far from the messy tree neither. Okay, sis. It's a lot of mess up going on because y'all moved this family friend. You mean to tell me out of all the dudes in Atlanta? Now, I do know from what they say, the straight ones are few and far between out there. That's what they say. I don't know. But you mean tell me out of all the rappers and dudes out there in Atlanta, you couldn't find nobody else but the dude that y'all had already been living with, and then you get pregnant by him? Sis, what is that giving? What is that giving? Like, it's one thing to get you a little young backbreaker, but then you get pregnant. Oh, y'all was in love. Y'all was in love. And you can't tell me that this man is lying on you. Like, the math ain't mathing. The math is not mathing to me. and maybe it maths to some other people, but the math ain't mathing to me, honey. Nevertheless, my good sis took, and this is her fourth or fifth child. So congratulations to her and Jalen Banks. Okay. Congratulations, sis. That's real cute. Wish y'all happy ever after, forever and ever. Moving on. So AE, and I know y'all don't know who AE is because I don't know who AE is. Amber Rose, baby daddy. Okay. So Amber Rose, baby daddy, AE, and I don't even know what AE stands for. Took to an interview, and in the interview, he talked about the 12 women he cheated on Amber with. Let me just begin this by the interview was giving kind of men chit chat. You know how a lot of the guys' podcasts are where they're chit chatting with other men, and so they're able to talk in an uncandid kind of way with one another. And I'm gonna have one of these here worms, baby. I work out of this. This is my office, so I got a big bag of worm. This is my spirit food. So, the interview was something like Drink Champs. Well, not really as classy as Drink Champs, because Drink Champs is kind of like grade A. But the podcast was giving just very much so talking, and it feels like AE just kind of offered up unsolicited information on, like, instead of just saying like, yeah, me and Amber Rose ain't together because we just, we got differences. I did some stuff we just not meant to be. That's the mother of my child, and that is what it is. The man went in depth to talk about like how he cheated on her. It's about 12 women. She found out about all 12. She stayed with him after a few of them, but like at the 12th, that's when she just was like, she can't take it no more. And like, this just my nature, and I'm gonna be. It was given very much so, nigga, why are you here? Like, you don't got no music out, and maybe you do, but we don't know it. We don't know you personally. We don't. So it's giving very much so like you wanted to make this lady look bad, and then say you cheated on her so it can make you feel some type of way. It's giving me scumbag vibes. It is. It's giving me dirty dick vibes. Because like any nigga that I know that has cheated, or that like they, especially if it was like one of their baby mothers or something that was a good situation, or a situation like where they knew she wasn't cheating on them and they are remorseful for cheating, and it was like oh damn, I messed up, but it's the dog in me, but to get on to an interview and really discuss how you done mess with 12 other women, it's giving me that sis ain't whoop your ass. Like, sis is definitely not from Chicago, my nigga. Like, sis is definitely not from what? Baby, before he would have even finished the interview, he'd have been in the interview. He'd have been in the interview talking, and he on the live because they was on live. He'd have been in the interview talking, and all you would have seen is a hand go like this, and he'd have just fell out. And I would have got in the camera like, hey, we don't have to call y'all back. Okay. Because don't play with me. Don't play with me. It's one thing to discuss what you've done and whatever, but to try to make it seem like, oh yeah, I could have kept on that. Why? Why do all that? Why not? If you're really just happy being single and being a hoe, why not just be happy being single and being a hoe and leaving my name out of it? Okay. So what really saddens me is that Amber Rose took to social media, and I kind of resonated with her, just really being in the space that I'm at in this point in my life. is that Amber Rose basically was like, you know, I'm so sick of men coming and dating me and then wanting to cheat on me. Like, I can't wait until I find somebody that is really for me. I can't wait. And like, I resonated with like, damn, you done had a lot of fuck niggas. Like, it's been a lot of them. So I'm praying for her. I hope she finds somebody new. In other news, Kanye West is single. So they were, I'm gonna be honest, they were at one point in time my favorite couple. Like, I used to always be like, I want to be like Kanye West and the bald head blonde lady. Like, because at that point I didn't know Amber Rose's name. So I always just be like, I want to be like Kanye West and the bald head blonde lady. We here. So he's single. And I definitely think that their vibe was a vibe. Like, they were a great match together. They made a lot of sense. Amber Rose and Kanye, they made a lot of sense. They made a lot of sense for each other. So that was good. I want to keep moving because I want to talk to y'all a little bit about some things that happened earlier today. I got the chance to sit and have dinner with my G-mom, my papa, and I really admire those moments because, you know, who knows how many of those moments you have. So I've been over their house all afternoon, and I was able to sit and have dinner and stuff, and we had a good conversation. So I just want to tell y'all a little bit about that. But before we get into that, I wanted to discuss one of the last topics I have on for the evening, which is going to kind of lead into that. So a girl posted on Twitter and said, my biggest turnoff is a clingy friend. Arguments start feeling like y'all in a relationship. And so I've seen a lot of the girls post, and I've seen a lot of people post it. And it was confusing to me, just because a friend is a relationship. Like, that is a relationship. Just like the same relationship you have with, hopefully, your gynecologist. But I know many of y'all don't know about that, okay? Just like the same type of relationship that I would hope that you have with your mother. But I know a lot of y'all don't know about that. The same type of relationship that I would hope that you have with your father. But I know a lot of y'all, again, don't know about that. So it was real unsettling to me to see how many girls talked about a clingy friend. And like, for me, if I can't be clingy with my girlfriends, or my girlfriends can't be clingy with me, then are we really friends? Like, this is to be somebody, and I'm just talking about a real grown friendship. Like, it's one thing to have a friendship that, you know, is immature, which I think is a lot of the relationships that they were talking about. But like a real friendship, there are going to be moments where you lean on each other because you're going to need each other. So for me to see women sit up and talk about, like, I don't want no clingy friend, yeah, because it be given like, you ain't my man, sis, and that's why a lot of these Black women don't have good friends. This is why, because we have been put into some sort of rhetoric or some sort of mentality that, like, my friend is my enemy, or my friend is just somebody I go to the club with, or my friend is just somebody I do. Friends should be kind of similar to, when you build that bond, to like family, or to, especially girlfriends, you want somebody to tell your big secrets to. You want somebody to talk your business to. Furthermore, it also showed me that a lot of y'all ain't friends in y'all relationships. And so that's what it was really disturbing me and my homegirls, because outside of like dating who I date, we are friends. We're friends. Like, I can sit and talk some, like, man, this nigga did type of stuff to him, and vice versa. Like, man, I seen this chick and we're friends. Now, of course, there is some boundaries and stuff to it, but we are friends. Like, you know, so it's very unfortunate for people to discuss friendships and being too clingy, because that don't make sense to me. That don't make sense to me. And I think when you become a whole person, and this is kind of getting to my next topic, when you become a whole person, you kind of feel like there's certain things that don't bother you. Like this is just our relationship, or this is how, um and that gets into a bit of my point on today. So today I was really proud of myself because I was able to express a lot of my journey with one of my elders today. I was able to sit and have dinner and talk. And of course, I come from an old school. I tell people all the time, people know me. People know I come from old school, church going, knee bound, backbent, praying family. And so today I had the pleasure and the privilege and the honor to sit and discuss a lot of my view on the infrastructure of church to my family, and some of my elders. And it was beautiful to be able to have that moment and express where I am in my own journey and talk. So a lot of the talk was originally like, because oh, folks, you need to find a new church home. You need to come back to the church, or you need to come back to the church. And so I was able to express the fact that at this point in my life, I have experienced a certain type of hurt or a certain type of judgment from infrastructure that was supposed to be a place that was supposed to grab me, pick me up, hold me, love on me, mold me, train me, and be that people always say, I'm gonna take you up under my wing. It was supposed to be that wing. And I realized that as I was finding myself, and as I was learning myself, that in finding myself and learning myself was not as accepted as the way they wanted me to find and learn myself. Now, here's the thing. I've gotten to the same place that they wanted me to get to on today separately, but what I would have liked is a little bit more grasp and a little bit more love and guidance, and not so much, don't do that, don't do this. And so it was really good because I was able to do a bit of speaking on the reason why there are certain places that I no longer go when it comes to my worship practice, because I want to go to a place that feels like home. Because if my church house is supposed to be it's a church house. It's this my family. And so it should feel like home. And it doesn't. When I'm at home, I'm at peace. I feel love. I feel a vibe. I feel the energy. It feels like, oh, this is my safe space. I don't want to leave here. If the world gets too heavy outside, my home is safe. It's comforting. I want my place where I worship to have that same thing. And in my experience, that has not been the same thing. I also was able to explain, I tell people all the time, I am an outreach person. People that know me, I'm a mover and a shaker. I have a natural passion for outreach. Now, whether you want to call that ministry, whether you want to call that ministering, whether you want to call it outreach, whether you want to call it just touching somebody, whether you want to call it speaking, whatever we want to call it and however we want to place it in whatever realm, is something that I'm doing. And I was able to explain to some of my elders how when God puts you on the right path to do what it is that you're really called to do, it shows in your life. And a lot of people don't know this, that I've been placed in a position where I am physically working in what I love to do and what I do regardless. I'm outreaching, I'm advocating for people, I'm speaking to people, and I'm speaking to immunocompromised people and speaking for immunocompromised people. And I have a passion for healthcare. And so being able to be in that position in my work life, which is the same position in my spiritual life that I'm going to do regardless, is a beautiful thing, because it's almost confirmation to me that keep going, sis. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep fasting, keep doing God. Now, just because it is not as broadcasted and it's not as on the front page of like, what I'm gonna walk like this, and it is near, and it is. I'm trying to speak to it in such a way, because it's tender to me. And so when things are really like tender to you, and they are like things you want to protect, when you know you're doing it, and you know this is something that you know in your heart of hearts that you want to do, you're comforted. You're comforted. It's done. So I was really excited to be able to have that conversation. I think it goes to speak to a lot of people. I talk to people all the time openly about my therapeutic journey and how important it is to check on your whole self. A lot of times we go to the doctor to check. Oh, I broke my wrist. Oh, I go to the doctor for that. You go through spiritual warfare. You go to your church house. What happened when your head ain't right? You go get therapy. That's what you need, And so to be able to get that therapy and have Christian counseling, it has helped me to understand that a lot of times as Black folks, we get a little thrown off. We may feel like, oh, I ain't doing this like such and such told me I should do it, or how things should have been, or how things have been done before, even before us, how things have been done. But it is a privilege and an honor to walk the shoes that you walk in. It's a privilege and an honor to be you, because guess what? Nobody been you before. Nobody will be you after you. Okay? It's humbling to realize I am walking a walk that nobody has ever walked. Now, people can resonate with a lot of the walk, or people can say, well, I've done this or whatever, but they've never done it as Ikea Lanice. They've never felt it as Ikea Lanice. And there will never be an Ikea. And now I could have a kid and name that kid Ikea Lanice, but that kid will not be Ikea Lynn. Okay, that would just be their name. And they would be Ikea Lynn too, and they would have to figure out their own journey. So I say all that to say in my closing, to just encourage people to continue to be the best you that you could be every day. If you wake up every morning and you feel like you have given your day your all, or you feel like you have pressed as much as you could press. Now, this may not mean that you pressed the same way that you pressed yesterday. Yesterday, you just may have had a little bit more oomph. Today, you may not feel as much oomph as you felt yesterday, but you pressed as much of that as you can, and it is what it is. It is what it is, and you are being the best you that you could be, okay? And God is pleased. God is pleased. And when it's time for you to move to where you need to move to, or when it's time for God to move you to places that you need to move to, as long as you have been rooted in what your faith is. Now, your faith may not be my faith. My faith may not be your faith. But as long as you are rooted and you are making haste to manifest and move the things that you want move, you're going to get it. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. And that's not to say that that there's not going to be trials, or there's not going to be obstacles, or there's not going to be things that may make you feel small, or things that were placed in the way to deter you, especially coming from certain places where you feel like, oh, this was supposed to be my final destination, or this was supposed to be where I would. It happens. And when it happens, you look for your strength and you move. You put one foot in front of the other. And you will, as long as you're moving now, you will find where you need to be. Because you can only be who you are. And that's it. So I thank you all for tuning in to this session of Ayana Banzan Fix My Life. Okay. I love y'all. Thank y'all for tuning into the Library Podcast every Thursday, 8:55 p.m. Central Time. Okay. Y'all, if you have not, and you are a female and you want to be a part of the women's support group that is being started and facilitated by myself and a couple of others, please send me your email. Please get in contact with me. Also, if you want to be a guest on this here podcast, okay, please DM me. I love y'all. Y'all stay safe. We are in the middle of a Delta Sigma Theta, and I just don't know what it's giving no more. Okay, tune in every Thursday, 8:55 p.m. Central Time. Love y'all.